this could all go horribly wrong at any minute.
Welcome, everyone, to the 201st edition of Lewis Black's Rantcast, entitled BRRRRRRRR. And yes, it is. That's spelled BRRRRRRRRRR, because it has gotten fucking cold, okay? I mean, I left here to take and I'm lucky to be able to do this, to take a break from the States and the madness and the insanity that is Christmas, which begins with a vengeance. Every Thanksgiving, as if we can't have enough Christmas in that 4-day period. But every Thanksgiving, as I mentioned last time, with my friend Neil and his wife Michiko, I leave the country. Neil and I have been doing this for a long, long time. When we discovered that our mothers really couldn't cook turkey, and we really needed to be sure that we got vacations, because neither of us were taking them, and we leave the country. We leave the country and go to somewhere where it's not like it's Christmas everywhere, but it's not crazy hectic. Boy, oh boy, I'm gonna bang you on your head and play Little Drummer Boy at Mach speed. Nope. This year in Grenada, and it was delightful down there. And I've never been. It's not an island that people flock to, and it's not one of those crazy, okay, we're going to have 200 daiquiris. Not that I'm against it, but it's a lot more serene than the other islands that I've been to down there, and it really is. It's quite beautiful. It's stunning, gorgeous, and the flora and the fauna and all of that, and the beaches and the beauty of it. It was splendiferous, a word that I don't think I've really used on stage or during the Rantcast, but it truly is serene. And do I seem like a serene person? Do I seem serene? But it was what I needed, and I will go back again, because it was really quite lovely, and it was just what I needed after this past. Since the school year started in September, it was good to get away and to rejuvenate before it all starts again. So it was, and this is something I've always thought. People who leave and take that break in January and February, I totally understand. Get away to somewhere warm, get it, but then you come back and it's fucking cold. And normally when we come back at Thanksgiving, it's cold, but not it's not heavy blizzards through parts of the country. Not that I had to deal with it here in New York, but it was a 50-degree drop from getting on the plane that day. I got on the plane on Saturday. It was 90 in Grenada, and arrived here, and it was like 38 to 40. And all I could say was BRRRRRRR. So that's the title of this Rantcast. And I am not going to be saying a whole lot, because I don't have a lot to say. I'm going to be just that I'm getting ready to store my nuts and berries for the winter. I don't have a lot to say right now. I will be back next week, and hopefully we'll begin to enlighten myself, at least, as to what I think is happening, because I keep hearing people making comments and discussions, and this is just a great time, and we really have to accept what we're seeing. And no, we don't. Nope. This is madness. It's always been madness, and now then the Ghost of Christmas Past has decided to fan the flames of nonsense and I understand, and we all understand it. Everyone understands that he's pardoned his son Hunter. But there probably was we'll talk about it then. All right. Talking about all of the things that have come up and continue to come up and will fester. And as we look at these, at least as I look at a lot of these uh, his cabinet nominees and for a variety of positions, especially the new one for. Okay, stop. We're going to talk about this some other time when we can prep a little, because I just came back from a vacation and I was under the weather actually during it, which really makes for a lot of fun when you're just not feeling this stuff. Nothing better, but it was a choice between coming back home and trying to get myself back in order, or doing it down there, which was a whole lot better. I think in many ways. So yes, thank you. I am feeling better. Things are back on track, and I look forward to performing later on this week. And by the time this comes out, you should know I'll be on the Daily Show the same day that this comes out. This Rantcast 201. Brrr. Hello, and as we roll into December with a vengeance, as if time had a gas pedal and somebody is slamming it to the floor. This has gone crazy. This is going way too fast. But I know what you're wondering. Where is your Christmas Chinooka show going to be? Well, I know it'll come as a disappointment. Not this year. No, I won't be warbling those great holiday tunes that you've known and loved me for. I will be doing my Goodbye Yeller Brick Road. The final tour will be coming December 7th to Orlando, Florida, the Hard Rock Live. December 8th, I will be coming down to Fort Lauderdale at the Parker Playhouse there, at the Wells Theater. And then it's time off because I need to recover. And we will be heading out not until January 23rd. And that will be in San Luis Obispo, the 24th, in Santa Cruz, 25th in Sacramento, and the 26th in I Left My Heart in San Francisco. Go to lewisblack.com. Join the fan club. If you're looking for the best seats in the house, it'll tell you how to do it. And you'll talk to a human being and won't have to deal with the idiots who keep screwing you at Ticketmaster. But that's for another time. I hope to see you down the road. Just a few things to read to you that I thought were kind of interesting. And then you can go on about your day. It's Elon Musk's AI chat box called Grok, which I think they were trying to sell me today on X. Identified its billionaire owner as one of the most significant spreaders of misinformation on X since he acquired the platform. A trend it blamed in part on Musk's association with controversial figures. Gee, go figure. Gee, is it possible? The artificial intelligence is actually really intelligent. Wow. It's telling you, as you can tell, winter's setting in. But it's unbelievable. He creates this. He's part of the creation of artificial intelligence. Turns around and goes Jacques Hughes, as the French might say. Wow. Significant spreaders of misinformation. Gee, could that be true? If artificial intelligence tells us that, Elon, could you please get me a text as soon as you can? And also in Oklahoma, we'll end with this because it's really spectacular. My father went to the University of Oklahoma, and this is the kind of thing that would send him, and my mother would just be, torching things in response to this. The Oklahoma schools do not need to show students a video of the state superintendent, Ryan Walters, praying for Donald Trump. The state attorney general has ruled this. Wow. They don't have to show this. Walters had previously ordered that all students, all kids who were enrolled, view the video in which he prays for Trump while slamming woke teachers, unions, and the radical left. Okay, look, you can't slam unions, all right? I mean, you can slam them. There are problems with unions. Yes, they get a little too big, like many businesses, a little too big and get out of control. Yes, from time to time. But in a country that needs a balance between the working class and the ruling class, if you will, uh, what do you do besides unions, huh? What do you do, huh? What do you do? I'd like some answers to that because that's the answer. Unionize. All right. I've always believed it. That's it. It's called tough shit. That's my belief. It's always been a firm one. And um, the woke teachers, how many woke teachers are there? Huh? And and where they are woke, I can guarantee they're not doing it in your schools. The people who are upset by woke isn't happening where unless I'm completely wrong, unless I am missing the point. I've been through this entire country, and I don't see, except for occasionally in a paper here and there, talking about woke, but it's not in the specific to the area of, like, let's say, Topeka, Kansas. Maybe there are woke is going on there. I don't think so. I think there are parts of the country where that occur, and and I'm going to tell you, part of it has to do with the fact that I think this is where the what kids want. It's the next generation is looking for the fact that they want to move on, and that's the way they want to deal with things, and it's called tough shit. And I don't see it really being shoved down people's throats, but maybe they're missing mine. They're just kind of going breezing by it, and the radical left, which hardly exists, it hardly exists anymore. There's a radical right, and it is bigger and stronger than it was before, and the radical left there's a few of them. Okay, not that many of them. There are not that many in the radical left, and I'm certainly and to finish it up, the edict is not only unenforceable, said the Attorney General's office, it is contrary to parents' rights. Ooh, there's something. Local control, nice that they remember this in Oklahoma, and individual free exercise rights. This guy, the state superintendent, I believe, of education, praying at his desk for Donald Trump. No. And he bought like 20,000 Bibles or some such for the schools. And no one can figure out how it was paid for. Maybe I'll have to track that down, but I don't have time today. Wow. He bought 20,000 Bibles, and they were Trump Bibles. And I leave you with that. Time to move on. We've got great rants coming your way. I hope you enjoy them. Hopefully, there will be as the winter sets in, people will be screaming and yelling, and I'll be bringing it your way. Remember, it can be about anything. It doesn't have to be political. It can be about the price of sausages, which is, I guess, political. I don't know why I said that, except I'm eating a lot of sausage recently. And anything, folks, anything. And I hope that you have a wonderful week. And I really hope you had a great Thanksgiving. I really did. It was nice to be there under the sun and with my friends and reading Trout Fishing in America. That's right, an oldie but a goodie. Discovered in Santa Cruz at one really great bookstore. And that's what I got for you today. It is always a privilege and a pleasure to spend time with you. Take care of each other. That's what really counts. I want to take a moment to talk about our new sponsor, Unbound Merino. Unbound Merino is a clothing company specializing in wool-based clothing, created by three lifelong friends who are obsessed with travel and realized to truly be able to travel freely, you had to be able to do it light and with less baggage. Unbound Merino uses merino wool to make stylish and timeless clothing designed to reduce the amount of luggage and laundry in your life, as they are clothes designed to be worn for weeks before needing to be washed. Companies have long known the benefits of wool and made clothing out of it for decades. It's naturally antibacterial and odor resistant. It has the ability to breathe and keep you cool in hot climates and insulates you well in cold climates. It dries fast when it gets wet and doesn't wrinkle, all of which means fewer washes and less laundry. Unbound Merino doesn't use typically itchy sweater wool. Rather, they use superfine, incredibly light, and much softer traditional mulesing-free wool, designed for performance and comfort while maintaining, may I say, a timeless style. Their wool is ethically sourced from family farms in Australia and made by workers compensated with fair wages. This is one of Unbound Merino's shirts, and it is terrific. It is extremely comfortable, insanely comfortable. I am serious. I couldn't be more comfortable in it. It is long sleeve, and yet it does the job, even when it was warm out today. And I have to say, it worked. I also am packing for a trip and have a pair of their pants, a pair of the shorts, and both of them you would not know are made out of merino wool. It's pretty spectacular, and they don't wrinkle. So all of this makes for easy packing, and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to the trip, and I'm looking forward to wearing the clothes from Unbound Merino. So if you're ready to simplify your life, try Unbound Merino. Followers of this podcast can receive 10% off by using my code Lewis at checkout. Go to www.unboundmerino.com and use my code Lewis, Lewis, for 10% off. Do you need a break from the crowded stores and endless gift lists this holiday season? Restore your zen and embrace the natural power of cannabis with Via. As we head into the holidays, you can unwind and recharge with Via. Whether you're enjoying a quiet evening at home or embracing the festive cheer, Via's premium THC and THC-free gummies will help you find your perfect holiday balance. Via has award-winning THC and THC-free gummies and vapes, THCA flower, soothing topicals, and calming drops, all crafted with the highest quality hemp sourced from trusted, independently owned American farms. And the best part, Via legally ships to nearly all states in the United States in discreet packaging, directly to your door with a worry-free guarantee. No medical card required. I like the Via Dream Sleep gummies. I've always had trouble sleeping, and those gummies help put me to sleep and keep me asleep. And I wake up pretty good. I wake up refreshed. I don't wake up to take on the day. That would take more than a gummy. But I do think that it really does something that I haven't had for a long time, which is a nice night's sleep. And I think for those of you who have trouble sleeping, certainly worth a try. It works for me. And so if you're 21 or older, check out the link to Via in our description. For a limited time during the holidays, Via is offering 25% off site-wide, plus up to 50% off select items and bundle. And if you're hearing this ad after the holiday sale, you can still save by using code Lewis, Lewis, for 25% off. And tell them I sent you. Hey, it supports our show. This holiday season, enhance your everyday with Via. This is from Roberta Fargo. I did a number of rants the other night during the show from Washington State, from Seattle, and missed being able to do as many as I wanted. So I want to rectify that situation. So here's one from Roberta. This is my first rant. That's a fucking lie. I should say this is my first rant I've written down and sent to anyone. Well, there's the start. Thank you for sending it to me. Anyway, I live in the beautiful state of Washington in beautiful Whatcom County with its lush forests, picturesque mountain range, saltwater vistas, bald eagles, and scenic rural byways. It's that last one that I wish to rant about. I don't know if any other country has this problem. Surely we cannot be the only stupid fuck place. After all, look who got elected. But I digress. Many of our rural roads are littered with pointless signage. And I'm not talking about billboards or ads or those lame ass, look, I'm stupid, I voted for Trump signs. I'm talking about taxpayer bought county signs, supposedly designed to tell the driver what to do while driving, namely the speed limit signs. Okay? Huh? Whenever I turn into one of our county roads heading into rural territory, I'm met with a speed limit sign that says 35 miles per hour unless otherwise marked. Then, and here's the I rant alone in my car part, not even 100 feet, and that's no exaggeration. Down the road, there's another speed limit sign that says 50 miles per hour. I mean, what the fuck? 30 miles, 5 miles per hour? No, wait, we changed our mind? It's 50 miles per hour? And what the hell is this unless otherwise marked? Did it occur to those idiots to just erect the otherwise sign and skip the fucking first one? Hell, that first sign could say anything. How about 250 miles per hour? Unless otherwise marked. It seems that the powers that be couldn't make up their fucking minds, like all those fuckheads who didn't vote. Or perhaps they have the attention span of a peanut, like all those fuckheads who voted for the orange fuckhead. Or maybe they're just fucking sadists, like the orange fuckhead. Anyway, I'm lucky that I live where there are lush forests, mountain vistas, and bald eagles, so I can seek out some natural therapy after dealing with those fucking signs. P.S. I know you likely didn't want to hear any political shit interjected in the rant. God damn it, neither did I. Fucking A. I just couldn't help myself. I hope I didn't ruin your day. You didn't, Roberta. You didn't at all. And I'm sorry you couldn't make it to the show, but that's certainly all right. I'm glad you wrote in. A lot of folks didn't. And I gave them the opportunity and you took it. And I think in part your rant was really about the politics, and you kind of disguised it as a rant about the driving down the country road, as John Denver would say. All right. Thank you, Roberta. And in what has truly been, I had more yelling and screaming about drivers in Washington State and Seattle than I've ever seen from anywhere. And I take this one as an example of them from Gary Lund. And thank you, Gary. Lewis, Seattle drivers are the fucking worst. I'll start with the polite fuckers. They're always letting someone else go first, for God's sake. If you get two of them at an intersection at the same time, you're in fucking gridlock. You go. No, you go. No, give me a fucking break. Somebody just fucking move. Then there are the fucking road warriors, mostly young fucks that think driving is one big video game. They weave in and out of traffic at fucking high speed, like they're in the goddamn Indy 500. They must think a fucking new car will magically appear when they wreck it, for fuck's sake. Finally, we have the fucker that drives like they're fucking shopping at Costco, slowly going down the middle of the fucking road and oblivious to the rest of us fuckers. They stop in the middle of an intersection and block all fucking traffic during rush hour. A turn signal. What the fuck is that, huh? They just do a U-turn anytime they fucking want. Our drivers are the worst, and I didn't even talk about what happens when it fucking snows. You don't want to know, Lewis. It's fucking Armageddon around here when it snows. Lewis, thanks for letting me rant, and have a safe drive home after the show, fuckers. Thanks for letting me rant, and have a safe drive home after the show, fuckers. Thank you, Gary. Thanks. Another nifty one that came out of came out of Oregon. This one comes to us from Mark Grip. He wrote it in this weekend from Eugene, and I didn't get a chance to read it. Why does Eugene, Oregon have more than 15 Thai restaurants and not one German one? Huh? There's Ta Ra Rin, Sabai, Krab Kua, Chow Praya, Tasty Thai, Udon Thai, Manola's Thai, Little Thai Elephant, Thai Fusion, Sweet Basil Express, Lee's Thai Foods, Thai Time, all tied up, and Thai Insane. I say this is Thai insane. It absolutely not fucking Thai time, and I'm all tied out. And when you go to the brew pub on every fucking corner, you can't get a decent sausage, but you can get 3 kinds of hummus. 3 kinds of hummus? Fuck you. And before you say, oh, he likes German foods, so we know all about him, I voted for Kamala. So fuck off. Well, Mark, I hope. Why don't you open a German restaurant? As you seem to think there's a high demand, and I certainly think for sausages, there's always a high demand, especially wherever I go. I demand if there's a good sausage on the menu, I'm in. Thanks for that, Mark. John Rose, thank you for this. Dear Lewis, at this point, I feel I can no longer adequately express how it feels to be a foreigner watching U.S. elections from afar. You can guess, and you'll be mostly right. What I will say is this. After years of increasing political insanity, my anger and disbelief in it all have been replaced by only sadness. Yes, my heart breaks for the many Americans, including my wife and in-laws, who are represented not just at home, but around the globe by the absolute horror show of characters on offer. But I cry more for the rest of the world that gets no vote. We're all Americans now, such as the outside influence of your wretched multi-billion-dollar elections. What are any of us to tell our children about democracy? Mine, 6, 8, and 12. We are not doing even the minimal work for them to have a secure future. The wrecking ball mentality is so selfish, so short-termist. We humans are an embarrassment to ourselves. And no, there is no justification for voting in the way that people increasingly do. As a fuck you to everyone and everything. Grow the fuck up. Shame on all of us that our societies have become so willingly toxic, that our political class are such craven animals. Our children deserve better. And I pray one day they will be able to improve on us and get beyond the decades of setbacks that we already encumber them with, because we simply refuse to recognize a basic, safe, common sense decision. We are antisocial, not social. We are weak, not strong. We are cowards, not brave. A leader of any description cannot fix this. We must do this work ourselves. We give ourselves permission to willingly think that a Trump, a Harris, or political party has the answers. They don't. Wake up. Look after your neighbors. Be kind. Be small. Imagine the world that will exist 100 years from now. There are too many of us on this planet. We can't keep behaving this way. There. I feel no better at all. Thanks, Lewis, though, for being there to listen to me. I appreciate it. I was going to write something funny and lost my way. Take care. I understand, John. Whew. I understand. Thank you. I think you said it quite well. It always take great joy when it comes from someone who's not from this country. Our people need to be told how the hell it affects the rest of the world. and they don't really believe it. They don't at all. Mm-mm. Thank you. I heard this so many times that I thought it was worth repeating. From Raushious Weber. I'm here in Portland, and my name rhymes with cautious, hence Raushious Weber. Because so damn many things irritate the hell out of me, it's difficult to narrow it down. I swear my default modes are irritable and or sarcastic. And today, I'm going to go with turn lanes at intersections when I'm sitting behind several cars at the stoplight. The light finally changes, and it's several seconds before I finally see the very first car turning into the intersection. And it just takes one or two drivers taking their sweet ass time, and I've missed the light. I think my inordinate amount of anger is due to wanting to stay in motion, but now having to sit for an entire cycle of lights, and how really inconsiderate it is. Please, just let me be first at the light, and I'll do my best to get as many of us through it as possible. On my route to work, I actually take a couple of circuitous routes on side streets just to avoid a couple of intersections where the traffic light to turn doesn't last long, and I've been burned too many times by lagging drivers. When the light changes, go! Okay, Raushious, I hope that helps. I doubt it, but I hope it does. From Andrew Deorio, he comes to us from Houston, and I say that because I'll have either been there or be going there when you hear this, and I won't be reading it at the show, Andrew, so I'm going to read it now. I'm 43 years old, and I've been a cynical asshole for as long as I can remember. My mother would frequently chide me in my teens and early 20s with, "You're too young to be cynical." I say this because it means that I have a very low opinion of human beings in general, particularly during presidential elections. I thought it would be better now that the election is finally over and done with, but no! Now every fucking thing Trump does is treated as world-ending, front page goddamn news. And I'm fucking tired of hearing about it. Trump appointed this person today. Trump said this today. Trump scratched his balls today. I'm pretty much living check to check, as are, unfortunately, the majority of Americans, it seems. So I really have much more important things to fucking worry about than all of Trump's daily bullshit. If Harris won, my life wouldn't have been magically better or worse. And the same is true for Trump. I believe no matter what party or politician is in charge, the government no longer serves the people. It serves the government. Why else would it be filled with rich assholes? I don't think this country will ever get better until life gets bad enough for the average American, which will finally shake them out of their apathy. Will it happen within the next 4 years? Maybe. Maybe not, but telling me every outrageous or banal thing Trump is doing 24/7 sure as shit isn't going to do it. If I wanted that, I'd follow the mainstream media, CNN, MSNBC, etc., instead of just The Onion. Sincerely, Andrew D. And thank you, Mr. D. Thank you, Andrew. Deeply appreciative. Interesting just because it comes to us from abroad. Here comes one. It's Veal Elo. Hi, Louis. I'm once again sitting in the train between Vienna and Salzburg here in Austria. Every time I'm in this public transportation, I wonder about the people in this train. Lately, there were lots of parents with their babies traveling long ways to go who knows where. I think they want to punish their babies for keeping them awake at night because no long trip is worth taking with a crying baby. Today, I wonder about younger people and also people my age of 41. So why do so much people use so much perfume that I barely can breathe in here? Perfume is really something awful that should be used, if at all, at least not so prominently, that the whole train has to suffer. For me, there are three things that people do that are really stupid, and you can measure their stupidity on how much they do it. Cosmetic surgery in the face or anywhere else on the body, tattoos in the face, and perfume usage. It's an interesting trifecta. So for me, a really stupid person is somebody with tons of Botox, a lot of face ink, and smelling like a parfumery, or a perfumery, or a perfumery, or a thank you, Deorio. I'll stop now. Thanks for sharing that. And it'd be nice to be on a train from Vienna to Salzburg, even if it was perfumed up. I think I could handle that, Andrew. I could sit on one of the subways here in New York from time to time, and you pine for the perfume. Take care. Thanks to all of you for listening to my Rantcast. If you have a rant you want to get off your chest, send it in to me at lewisblack.com/live. You can think of it as therapy, or whatever you want to think of it as. Just let it rip. And I want to thank the true stars of our show, the ranters, and the splendid rants they gave us. Lewis Black's Rantcast was created and hosted by me, Lewis Black. Our live rant audio was produced by James Salter. Our theme song by Chris Lane. Executive producer, Ben Brewer. Executive producers, Matt Kleinschmidt and Robert Kelly.